Yo, we're back. So we're not talking about our TV shows. talking about something else. Go ahead. Pete Rose.
Robitussin?
No, I'm good.
Are you sure?
I'm good. I
You
got
look
my
like
camera
you
ready.
may or may not die. You may or may not die.
That's the way I wake up every day.
It's like 50-50 odds. And some days it's 25-75.
Which way? Dying or living?
Depends on whether or not my feet hit the floor before the rest of me does.
That's true.
That's pretty much all I take. If I wake up and my feet hit the floor before the rest of me does.
Oh, there's another Ice Age movie coming out.
Whoop the fucking shit. Nobody cared. And nobody cared. That's 20th Century Fox's failed attempt at trying to do DreamWorks.
Okay, anyway. Go ahead.
Not DreamWorks, the other people. Pixar. That is DreamWorks.
See, I like Shrek.
I thoroughly enjoyed Shrek. I thought they did a fantastic
Another
job with the franchise.
franchise.
Damn it. See, we're going to do a kids franchise.
We're going to have to.
Okay.
That may be our next one. The next one's got to be Christmas and liquor. So.
Christmas and liquor.
Not mixed together. We can sell blood and semen.
How else do you do Christmas without liquor? Like, I can't. I'm sorry, kids. I can't tolerate all that fucking family together. It just drives me insane.
This is a topic about
These are
baseball.
people that I like
we have
to
not
try
said baseball yet.
Would you like me to try to redirect myself, or are you just going to let me hang?
No, go ahead. I'm just
all right,
making them aware that we are off on a tangent again.
I understand that everyone likes their family. I understand my family, but my family literally lives one block that way. I get tired of my family. Yeah, it's like half a block. I get tired of my family. I love my family to death, but at the end of the day, I need space. I need to be me.
That's why I love living in Ranchville.
Pete Rose doesn't need to be him. He needs to be a part of the family of baseball.
There you go. Way to segue.
Yeah, I tried.
Pete, whoever the
Manfred.
What is that?
Yeah,
whatever his name is. Whoever the commissioner for baseball
said Pete Rose can go fuck himself.
Said unequivocally Pete Rose is inevitably not going to get in the Hall of Fame as long as he's alive, which means that whenever he dies, he's going to be put in, which is bullshit. Because go ahead with what you were going to say. I'll just listen and then I'll make my statement or respond.
Pete Rose gambled on a sport he played in and managed. He did not do anything to affect the outcome of said game in order for him to benefit financially whatsoever at all. He bet on his team, but he always bet on his team to win. His books are public knowledge.
To be fair, that's all they know of right now. They didn't know that he bet on the team he actually coached and or played for until like 2 years ago.
The books were exposed. They were out there.
Like 2 years ago.
The Reds played.
He played in the 70s, right?
Yeah.
He played in the 70s. So you got about 30 years of almost no evidence of him betting on games except for they found out he bet on a game or two. Now they have the books, they know that he was betting on more than just that. I'm on your side on this. I'm just stating both sides of the argument. We can't pull a Skip Bayless and leave out both sides or leave out information that is maybe the reason why they are still keeping him out. That's all I'm trying to say. I'm with him. We both agree that he should just be in the Hall of Fame. If you want to exclude him from being able to go to a ballpark other than maybe his induction ceremony, if you want to exclude him from that, that's fine. If you want to exclude him from being able to get paid by the Major League Baseball, being hired by Major League Baseball, that's fine. But you should at least allow him to be reinstated long enough for him to make the Hall of Fame. And just say you're not allowed to go to any games or anything. You can be in the Hall of Fame. What you did for our sport was amazing. You were one of the most amazing players we've ever had. And just because if he would have been anything else other than an addicted gambler, if he'd have been a rapist, a cocaine addict, a heroin addict,
a PED
user,
a wife beater,
a child molester,
he'd be in the Hall of Fame.
Exactly.
I agree almost with everything you said. If Pete Rose should never be allowed to work for a franchise or Major League Baseball ever again.
You do agree with that or don't agree with it?
No,
that's what I was saying.
That's where he was stepping bounds. He should never be allowed to work for a franchise or Major League Baseball in any form, not even as a commentator. He should be out of that. He shouldn't be allowed to do that. He should be allowed to come and throw the
Fox Sports is not owned by MLB. he should not be associated or hired by MLB in any way, shape, or form.
But I think
that
I
agree
with.
With.
Show up and throw the first pitch and do that kind of shit. Why not? What's he gonna do? Bet on himself on the first pitch?
Here's the thing. Since he's been banned, since he's had his lifetime ban, or so far a lifetime ban, there's been this many incidents of players gambling. So I mean, they're punished. They're showing their like if they did that with steroids, I wonder how many guys would stop using steroids. If you had a lifetime ban for just one use of steroid use.
My problem with what the commissioner said was anything that goes against the integrity of the sport.
Use of steroids goes against the integrity of the sport, but yet let that go. Why? Because they make money off of guys hitting baseballs.
Okay, and we have pitchers who have compromised the integrity of the sport by grazing balls. We have guys who have compromised the integrity of the sport by corking bats. They're in the Hall of Fame. They're going to be first ballot Hall of Famers. That's bullshit because that actually compromised the integrity of the sport. Betting on your team to win a game you are coaching does in no way compromise the integrity of the sport. If you bet on your team to lose and you threw the game, like what, the fucking Black Sox, whatever, 1908 or whenever it was, that's a big.
And technically, they are in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, that's bullshit. That's a big deal. But what Pete Rose did, it's nothing, man. Just fucking let him back in. Screw it. Who gives a shit?
I'm okay with.
You gamble every week.
Playing fantasy football?
Yeah.
Well, see, that was something Stephen A. Smith said. He said he loves how they will ban him for gambling on his team to win, yet they'll sit there and they'll profit off of guys playing fantasy football and gambling and all those things. They'll make profit off of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, they'll condemn Pete Rose for doing it.
But you'll come back and just like you said. You know what the difference was between Pete Rose and Mark McGwire and Jose Canseco? Pete Rose, at that point, had a minimal role in the game. He was in the twilight of his career. Everyone fucking knew it. It was easy to oust him and cut the ties and call it a day. But you're not going to go after Jose Canseco. You're not going to go after Mark McGwire because they made you. And at the time that there was even a thought that they might be doing it, we're making you so much fucking money, it was ridiculous.
Well, Pete Rose did too, because there was a time when he was going for
hit streak.
DiMaggio, the hit streak. Was it DiMaggio? Joe DiMaggio's hit streak. I want to say it's Joe DiMaggio. I was going after Joe DiMaggio's hit streak, and I think the hit streak's like 56 straight games. He got to like 44.
That's probably why they call him Joe and
Joe. Yeah. I'm just pleading both sides of the argument here.
I'm not taking this past 10 minutes.
Okay. Ultimately, I don't have an issue with him. I think it's if you lay down circumstances, like if you just admit you did this, you say you're sorry, you apologize, it's an addiction thing, you had an addiction to it, you promise to never compromise the game in any other way, just stay out of the sports talk. We'll lift the ban. You can be in the Hall of Fame. We'll just still not allowed to be hired by a team, whatever. I'm okay with that. Make it circumstantial like that. I'm okay with that because they still have to have the integrity of the game. You can't have guys trying to alter the outcome of a game.
Reinstate him, but don't let him be hired by anything having to do with Major League Baseball, and you effectively won.
Well, like I said, they can't control Fox Sports until Fox Sports not talk about baseball. And then hire him. So.
Yeah, but MLB controls who gets the contracts and who doesn't. So if Fox Sports wants the World Series, you might want to think twice about it. That's how the business world works.
Maybe that'd be part of their one of their conditions. Like
you cannot work for Major League Baseball. You can't call a game. You can't work as a manager. You can't buy a team.
If you just looked at the credentials of the player, he is by far a Hall of Fame. That's my issue. If you look at the credentials of the player, and he is he's not in the steroid era. This is before where the steroids were not an issue. This is pre-steroid era.
He got high and drunk a lot.
So what? Babe Ruth got high and drunk a lot too.
One of greatest players to ever play. We've already had that conversation.
Yeah. You ever listen to Daniel Tosh? Daniel Tosh is what Daniel Tosh
Either
said.
too much or not enough.
Daniel Tosh is comedy routine, not his show. And he goes, I don't think any of the records in baseball should count because they weren't playing against black players before a certain point.
Dominicans now, but it is what it is.
Yeah, true. So anything else on this? We were past 10 minutes. Reinstate the guy. Just let him in the Hall of Fame.
Let him in.
Don't have to hire him. We're not saying you have to do all these things. Let the Reds. I don't know if the Reds have retired him, have they?
No, he still wears the red retirement jacket. He's got the Reds
No,
Hall of
I
Fame
mean,
jacket.
He does?
He wears the Reds Hall of Fame jacket. They let him in the fucking circle.
Okay. I didn't know that. I thought for some reason they would have banned that too.
I still see him like older, not now or not then,
I
but
do kinda
now
love
wearing
that
the red coat with the fucking logo on the left lapel, I believe.
Hold on, let me look it up really quick.
Like, cause I think it's up to individual franchises when it comes to that shit. I don't think it's up to MLB. I mean, they can, whatever. Like, seriously, the NBA is gonna fire an owner for using the word nigger.
He didn't even say the word nigger
in a text message.
He didn't. No.
What the hell did he say?
He's like, it's the way he. Hold on.
I thought there was proof that
he's not eligible to be in the Hall of Fame because he's on baseball's ineligibility list. So he's not technical. Oh, okay. He is in Cincinnati. So
okay, there you go. Good for you. Good for you as a franchise, kids.
Technically, he's there, but he can't technically be in their technical Hall of Fame.
That's all right. He's got the jacket. He's got the jacket. Like,
that's what it says.
The NFL,
until he's under lifetime ban, they cannot technically give him the Hall of Fame for the Reds, but he is pretty much there.
Okay, let's look at the ousting list right now. Ray Rice ousted permanently from the NFL. It doesn't matter what he does; he's not getting back in.
Well, that was because the year before that he had a horrible season. Like look at Adrian Peterson; he beats the shit out of his kid, and he had a great season the year before. So now he's back, and he had a really good year.
Point is, Ray Rice beats his wife in an elevator. There's video footage of it. Done. Sterling runs his mouth a little too damn much. NBA's like, you're done. WWE, Hulk Hogan gets caught in a video or on an audio thing.
From 8 years ago.
Yeah, forever ago. And WWE's like, you're done. These are actually somewhat egregious offenses. Like, you shouldn't be doing this shit. But for whatever reason, and I'm sure all of them, while not notorious gamblers, probably have gambled and dabbled a little bit, especially in the sport that they are in. And then you turn around and there's Pete Rose, who never affected the outcome of his financial situation by throwing and or dominating a game, and he's out. Like, what the fuck, man? Let Pete Rose back in. Stop being.
What's gonna happen is like he'll pass away, and then it's like the next day
posthumously
they'll let him in, which is kind of dumb.
His speech was impassioned. I believed every word he said. Yeah, I still gamble on baseball, but I'm this guy. I did this, but my grandkids are never gonna see me here because of how you felt. Four commissioners ago. 4 commissioners ago. 4 commissioners ago. Bullshit.
I'm on your side, man. I'm just playing devil's advocate and saying both sides.
No, I don't.
But I ultimately agree with
this. Is this our podcast, or are we being governed by somebody?
Oh, this is our podcast.
Oh,
we don't suck anyone's dick to get what we want.
MLB, right there it is. I want you to suck a fat one. Fucking, you're the reason I don't fucking watch.
I don't watch baseball because it's boring.
Well, I used to like the Braves, but after all the shit I've seen over the past couple of years, you want to talk about compromising the integrity of the sport? Please, you've done it yourself.
When you punish steroids with the same veracity you punish gambling, you're still it's an unfair advantage. You're cheating, you're taking the issue is they can no longer profit off of Pete Rose. That's it. That's pretty much what the
Exactly.
issue is. Which actually, if they think about it, they probably could if they tried.
They probably profit a shitload on Pete Rose.
Like if they actually let him back in, you know how much memorabilia they'd sell, like his Hall of Fame jersey or whatever.
Right.
I'd buy it. To be honest with you.
I love Pete Rose. I never had a problem with him. At least he's honest about his bullshit.
Yeah. All right. We're gonna go to our favorite shows. Right?
You'll never see McGuire come out and be like, "Yeah,
Go to our favorite shows, or we want to do trailers next. Thunder Buddy quiz.
I'm trying to decide. You can go ahead and stop.
Okay. We'll let you know.